Hey everyone, my name is Annabelle and I'm an environmental educator at New York State Parks. Today we'll be discussing pollinators, specifically bees, and why they are so important to our environment. We'll also be discussing how we can help them thrive in nature. There are over 20,000 species of bees across the world. In the United States alone, we have 4,000 species of native bees. This includes species like carpenter bees, leafcutter bees, and mason bees. First, I'll go over what bees need to live, what type of homes they live in, and how you can help make a bee home. Finally, I'll discuss why it is important to protect and care for bees and pollinators in general.
There are many unique pollinators out in the world, and all need some type of food, water, and shelter to survive, like all living organisms. One common type of pollinator are bees. Pollen and nectar from flowers are crucial resources for them. This is where these pollinators get their energy and nutrients from. Bees also need shelter in order to survive. Many of us might know that honeybees live in hives. However, many of our native bees are solitary and find creative ways to make homes in nature. Leafcutter bees and mason bees nest in beetle tunnels and holes within dead trees. Mining bees can dig tunnels into soil to create homes. Carpenter bees also build nests in logs and stumps of dead trees. All of these bees will then lay eggs in their nests. In recent years, our native bee populations have been declining due to habitat loss, climate change, and the use of pesticides. To help the survival of bee populations, many people have started to build bee homes so they can have a safe place to nest. You can buy commercially produced nest blocks, drill holes into a block of wood, or create holes in logs, dead trees, or stumps. The goal of creating nests is to mimic naturally found holes that solitary bees use in nature. We will be creating nest bundles today, which many species of native bees can utilize. In order to mimic the holes bees need to nest, I cut down Phragmites, an invasive species of reeds that can be found all over New York State. I then cut each reed to a desired equal length that will fit into my tin can and cup. I have also gathered sticks, pine cones, and wood chips that will also fit into my nest bundle. Bees can use this material to help create a desired habitat within their nest. If you do not have access to Phragmites or reeds, you can find commercially made bee nesting tubes sold online or in many hardware or landscaping stores. Once I've gathered my tube bundle, I will figure out what container I will use to place the reeds and other natural materials in. In this example, I'm using a plastic cup and a tin can. Feel free to use recycled water bottles or milk cartons as well, and to decorate the outside. I then tie the bundle with twine and fill in the containers with the extra gathered material. In our nest bundles, native solitary bees will be able to lay eggs, place pollen balls in the back of the nest to feed newly hatched bees, and will use a unique set of practices depending on the species to help stop parasites and predators from entering. Make sure at the end of each season, which is usually around October, to clean out your nest bundle and possibly start a new one to prevent the spread of any diseases. So why is it important that we care about bees and pollinators in general? Bees are an indicator of a healthy environment. If there are bees and pollinators, that means they are helping along the life cycle of many plants. We humans also rely on bees for our food supply. Without these pollinators, we would not have a stable and healthy supply of many important crops, including almonds, apples, beans, squashes, melons, broccoli, lettuce, onions, blueberries, and even more. Protecting bees means protecting the environment and protecting ourselves.
Thank you so much for learning how to create a solitary bee nest. and learning why bees are so important to our environment with us today. Be sure to check out our social media pages. Bye!